evening, everyone, and welcome back to Socially Distant, the only podcast where my co-host also lives in my trunk. I'm your host, Alex Weber, and I'm joined once again by my fantastic little friend.
Hi, I'm Mr. Rogers' evil twin, Mr. Podgers. I stole his identity, and I'm now cavorting around the U.S. Talking to people about the perils of Allen Ginsberg.
I was thinking, what do I need to have happen today that'll just make my day? And I gotta tell you, man, that just checked off all the boxes right there.
Perfect. That was my intention.
We just hit the high point at 7:30 p.m.
Amen. God bless.
God bless. So Richie,
Yes.
what's kicking with you, man? How you doing?
Nothing.
How's your Monday, dude?
Monday was good. I woke up, I worked, I ate, and now I'm here.
Nice.
That was how my day went.
Yeah, you know what I've been realizing?
Hmm.
That I've just been sleeping like stupid late.
Yeah.
Like today I woke up at noon and I was like,
God
oh,
damn.
like the day's already halfway over.
That's awful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now let's introduce our guest. We have a special guest today.
We do.
Yes.
Richie, you want to take this one way for?
Yes, I'd like to introduce our guest today, Hannah Wolfe. Hannah Wolfe is a music journalist and lover of philosophy and everything fun. I actually got to write for her
You did.
2 years ago now. Was that 2 years ago? 2018? Yep,
Yeah.
for the music blog High on Spirits, which was fun. And
Yeah,
hopefully
it's
when I have more time and once I'm back in the office and I actually have like time that I can sit and write,
Yeah,
I'd like
we'll get back to that. We'll get back
Yeah.
to that.
at some point.
Richie,
Eventually.
y'all are back
It
in
won't
the
take me
office.
2 years. It won't take me another 2 years to reach out to you. I promise.
Oh no, you're good. But yeah, so how you doing?
I mean, we're hanging. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Everything's fine.
The corones, all is
Through
well.
clenched teeth.
Yeah.
Everything's
Exactly.
fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, everything's
Well,
okay.
regardless.
We're hanging in.
Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out though. We appreciate it. So
Yeah, this is so fun. I dig
we're-
this.
We're doing what we can. So I guess you can give everyone, myself included, the intro, and I guess just like, what do you do? What do you like to do? And then how's the Rona fucked with that?
Well, the corones, it's funny. So, being a writer, like, I was practically like already working from home anyway,
Mm.
but I've been home more than I have been in a really, really, really long time. Obviously, like I'm sure we're gonna talk about this, but like all the summer tours are getting canceled and stuff,
Yeah.
and like, a whole bunch of stuff that I do for work is like not available anymore. Even
Mhm.
stuff that I just do for fun. Like I can't go to bars. Nobody can really like do anything anymore. So we're doing okay. I've been reading a lot more than I normally get to, which is fun. A lot of music movies, a lot of like music documentaries and like podcasts and like stuff like that. And the couch tour has been fucking incredible. So I've been at the shows in quotes.
Yeah,
So that's
especially
like
now.
on right now.
Yeah, they're
But I
all
do-
the bands. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's fine. So like, what do I do? It didn't really answer the question. I write. I do media consulting for like local artists in my area, and really anybody else who can't like afford to hire like a PR person or a marketing person or whatever. I try to take on responsibilities for musicians that require payment that they don't have like the money to pay. I try to take on those responsibilities for them so that they can just like focus on the music and stuff. I run a website, as Richie mentioned. I also work for a radio station in production. So I write commercials, I read commercials, edit commercials and stuff at WZLX, which is the rock station in Boston. So that's
awesome.
Gotta get the plug in for
Right?
for the
Right.
station.
My company I feel like it's like ingrained in everybody that works in my company. You have to be like, yeah, I work for iHeartMedia.
Mhm.
So
No, yeah, just
That's
drop
basically what
plugs. Drop plugs whenever, honestly.
Yeah, right.
I've been told I have a face for radio.
I've been told that too. It's fine. I prefer it. I mean, listen, it means I can go in my sweatpants and like nobody cares, you know.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, like Richie, imagine if we had video going for this. Like, it'd be so boring. It'd just be like, yeah, here's my kitchen. I'm dressed in the same outfit that I've worn for the past 3 days. Why are we doing video for this?
Yeah, here's a shirt that I had on 2 days ago, and then I let it air out yesterday so I could wear it again today.
Exactly.
Maybe we should just stick to audio.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Seth is out today, Alex. So
No.
let's talk about Alex's wardrobe right now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
in college, we roomed together, Alex and I, sophomore year, and we hung out basically all of senior year. But sophomore year, what came out was I brought my cajon.
Yeah.
With me, and we used it as like extra seating, like it was like a stool. People could just sit on it and hang out. And Alex decided to put on. Were you wearing a Scully cap?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, a Scully cap and this Baja, and picked up the cajon and started tapping
Holy
it.
90s.
And he walked around our hall calling himself Seth.
Yeah.
And he would just go, "Hey, man."
That
and just
guy
start
would
tapping.
be called Seth. Was he listening to fucking like Dave Matthews and shit?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even fucking remember.
I had a Dave Matthews poster on my wall that sophomore year.
That's
Amazing. Next to Marilyn Monroe and Taylor Swift.
Incredible. Did you see? You have to see. I'll send you this later. Did you see the Mark Maron bit called "The Trepidation of the Dave Matthews Fan"?
Oh no, I have to see that now. That's amazing.
It is an amazing 2 minutes. It's so good. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's so funny.
That's
Makes
awesome.
so much sense.
I just watched his newest special on Netflix.
Oh, End Times Fun.
End Times Fun. Oh my god.
Is it good?
Oh, it's so funny.
I really liked it. I thought it was super fun.
He does this whole bit on how people are telling him about turmeric. And how we should start eating turmeric.
Oh,
and it's just really funny to just say.
Like the new thing, turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah.
Whatever.
It's Richie. It's for inflammation.
Huh?
Damn.
It's for inflammation.
Oh yeah, it's great information.
I know. It's like, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to eating my fast food and Kraft mac and cheese.
Exactly. That's what we have in our pantry right now, for sure. Kraft mac and cheese.
Amen.
But I tell you what, man, the couch tour has been so good. Which shows have you guys been watching? I'm curious about that.
So I've been watching the Grateful Dead live stream that they do every Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the last one they just did was Buckeye Lake '93, which was really good because they had Bruce playing with them. This was back when they actually had both Bruce and Vince.
Yes.
At the same time, and the stuff they were doing was awesome. But I also made Alex. So Alex had never really gotten into the Grateful Dead until I got a hold of him, and I told him, I think was it over like 1 or 2 days? I made him watch all of Long Strange Trip.
Yeah, it was over like a two day period, I'd say.
It's a good way to spend 2 days.
No, yeah, it was great. I mean, I had no complaints there. It was super entertaining. So Richie definitely he got me into it after knowing him for like 5 freaking years or something.
Mm-hmm. And then we also we had a watch party and we watched the other one.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Weird Doc, which is one of my favorite newer documentaries, which is great. And then Alex also watched the Grateful Dead movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I also showed him Trucking Up to Buffalo.
Oh yeah, good.
So watching all those. So that's one of my favorite live shows was that July 4th '89, just because it's like
it's so good. That blow away, man.
Oh man, the blow away from Philly. Oh man, from Crimson White and Indigo.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts his hand up.
Pretty sick too.
Oh man, but yeah, the deal from '89, that Trek Up to Buffalo, that July 4th show. Gary is flawless. He hits every D sharp, and I was like, yes, please. Every time he hit that passing tone, I was like, oh man, this is digging deep into my soul, man.
I know, it's so good, right?
Yeah, my dad loves it. Whenever I put it on, my dad's like, oh, I love this Stagger Lee. Thank you for putting it on. I was like, hell yeah.
That's
my duties as your son. So just put this on whenever I feel like it's necessary.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, I'm slowly turning him into a deadhead, and then lo and behold, Alex spends a whole day on his porch, vibing out to was it the Film Zone? Like
it was I listened to American Beauty and then like a bunch of other live stuff.
That shit will break your heart.
But like I was just like on my back porch, just hanging out. The sun was on me. It was perfect. Just hanging out with like sunglasses on.
That's how you should be listening to Grateful Dead music.
I know. It was perfect.
Like barefoot dancing in your yard.
Absolutely.
Right?
Fortunately, I don't have a yard, but my porch was just beautiful.
Same difference.
Yeah.
I love it. So much fun.
This porch is like my catwalk. I just walk up and down it and I'm just like inspecting what's going on in the neighborhood.
Nice.
Just doing like the walks from Monty Python's The Philosopher's Soccer.
Yeah.
Like they start the soccer game and he's just walking. I could just picture Weber just pacing on his balcony, just like contemplating life, but like doing hand motions to himself.
Upper class twin of the year.
Yeah, upper class twin of the year.
At like
the Matchbox Jump.
3 in the morning.
Which is also fun now that's all on Netflix now.
Oh, I've watched it so many times.
Me too.
So good.
The one of my favorites is the Summarizing Proust Championship, the Summarizing Proust Championship.
Yeah.
Like do it in certain time and like, oh no, just
my favorite. One of my favorite, because when I was like getting into Python was actually a relatively big influence on me now that I think about it in terms of like how I look at the world. You know what I mean? Like that sort of irreverence was super inspiring and like super influential to me. So I remember seeing like the Argument Clinic.
Oh yeah.
And like Self-Defense Against Fresh Fruit.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Right. I remember seeing the Spam sketch, the fish slapping dance, and thinking like, what the fuck is this? Like I have never seen anything like this, but I need like all of it, you know?
They did this in the 70s in England?
I know, you'd never know it.
The way you introed that, where you're like, yeah, no, I've been into Python, it makes it sound like you're talking about like some band from like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, now I talk about everything though. That's like
it's like, dude, when fucking Python came out in like '84 and just drops like
I do that
lips
all
like
the
leather,
time.
bro. It was fucking insane, dude.
I do that all the time. It's like it's I do that all the time. Guilty as charged.
I prefer Python on vinyl. Definitely.
Yeah, I know. I actually have Python on vinyl.
Me too. I have Not Another Monty Python record.
Oh, okay.
On vinyl, the one that looks like the Beethoven record, and they crossed it out.
Yeah. I have the soundtrack of the album of the trailer of the film of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is essentially the movie in audio version.
Basically.
So I just sit like, you know, and listen to the fucking like the constitutional peasants.
Are those the two that are like, we are a socio-economic, we are a socio-anarchist commune?
Commune, yeah. Dennis, there's some lovely filth down here. Yeah.
He's a king. How do you know he's a king? He hasn't got shit all over him.
I know, exactly.
One of my favorite lines of that whole movie. That movie has some great lines.
Richie, I wish I could see you as a like a medieval king. I wish I could see Richie as a medieval king.
You could see me as a medieval king?
I would love to see it.
Oh God, no.
Like I don't think I could picture it, but I'd love to see it. Just
I'd end up with a UTI. Oh man. R.I.P. King Richard.
Thoughts and prayers.
King Richard the Pigeon-Hearted.
Oh, that's
we couldn't have just decapitated you like the rest of them. We didn't have you die of a UTI.
Dude, funny.
I get like gangrene.
Ugh. Great band, by the way. Gangrene.
I get a hangnail and I die. Like that's what would happen. Like I just feel like, shit.
Yeah, get your shit together.
Bye guys. I'm gonna go lie down. I'm gonna go to sleep forever.
Richie the Great dies of a hangnail.
Richard the Great dead by hangnail.
Yeah, exactly. Cause of death, like broken pinky.
I'm gonna rewrite Gallows Pole by Zeppelin, and
Are you really?
And just do it hangnail instead of hangman.
Richie, if you don't, I'm gonna be very upset.
I'll do it. I'll try to do it. I gotta figure out the chords
That's
for it.
That's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your favorite Zeppelin record? Number 3?
No, my favorite's number 4.
Really?
Yep. I love that mysticism and like all that. Like when you open up, it's the Hermit. I'm like, oh yeah, and just going at it.
Richie having
like up on the mountain and stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I would say that Led Zeppelin 3 being Richie's favorite Zeppelin album would be totally on brand for him.
3 being my favorite?
Yeah.
No,
3
but yeah.
is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. I'd say actually what's up there for me is, and it's a unpopular opinion, but I think I discussed it before, In Through the Outdoor.
That's such an underrated album.
Yeah, it's got some heat on it.
The whole B-side, Carousel Alhambra, is just
I know.
awesome. And Fool in the Rain.
I know. When you did the top 10 best love songs for me, that was on your list. I remember that.
Yep, Fool in the Rain was in there. It's just one of those awesome things. Oh, I gotta pull that up now because I gotta see what I said 2 years ago.
I actually don't remember if I published it. I think I did, although I don't remember. We might have. I know we did. One thing we did that we worked on together that was fun was like top 10 Sabbath songs. Yes. We did another top 10 list together that was really fun. Was the Sabbath, right?
Yeah, we did. It was like a 40th anniversary post for Sabbath.
Like essential listening for Black Sabbath. That's something I've done on my. We did a lot. Those were so fun. I tried to come up with an anti-love song list.
Ooh, yeah.
It didn't come together for whatever reason, but I came up with. I had like Ball and Chain by Social D.
Oh, yep.
I had. I think I had Used to Love Her on there. There might have been a Sex Pistols song on there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a good list. I don't know what happened to it though. I wish I still had it. I'll find it and send it to you.
Oh yeah, I'm on my drive right now. I might have it.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is so funny.
Richie digging into the archives.
I'm going back. We're going back, son.
Now. Back in HOS history here.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I gotta do so. What'd be funny is if just like as like a parody post for like The Onion. Like 69 love songs, but it's just Magnetic Field's 69 songs about love or something like that.
Oh,
and it's just that whole album, like, oh guys, there it is. But
that'd be really funny.
Yeah, I gotta look back at it because I gotta be like, ah, shit. I think I put like Wonderful Tonight on there.
These like TTB stories. Are we gonna get to those?
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll definitely go for that. Yeah, let's talk about it. So. If anyone's listening that doesn't know who TTB is, they are the Tedeschi Trucks band, Tedeschi.
Yeah, like the food shop.
Like the food shop, because it's actually it is the family. Yeah. Susan Tedeschi married Derek Trucks, and they formed a band, and
ever.
Oh yeah, such an amazing band. I'm a big fan of Allman Brothers. And to hear them doing all the Allman Brothers stuff in it, which is great, because it's a lot of people from Allman Brothers. I think O'Teal
isn't in it anymore,
with them.
But the lineup has experienced like a couple of shifts in the past few years. O'Teal played on the first record, the first album Revelator, which came out in 2011. Then he left sometime in between then and the next record, which was Made Up Mind. And that's when Tim LaFave came in at some point. No, wait a minute. Did I get that right? Yeah, that would have been Made Up Mind. And then Tim LaFave came in somewhere around there. And he was with them up until 2019 when Brandon Boone joined the band. And he's been awesome with them. Yeah. So that's the bass player like timeline. But other than that, there's only been, they added Alicia Shakur to the backup vocals.
Ooh, nice.
And then that happened a couple years ago. And then in I think 2015, 2016, Elizabeth Lee replaced Saunders Sermons on trombone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but then when Kofi passed away last year, Gabe Dixon stepped in and has been doing a really remarkable job. So that's there's like your synopsis of the band right there.
Yeah, the resident Tedeschi Trucks band expert.
Yeah.
It is awesome. But yeah, thank you for that because I
needed it because I don't know anything about them. So
Alex probably has never listened to them. I don't think.
You should. You should listen to that band.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard any either for that.
One of my favorite songs that they ever did was Midnight in Harlem.
That song it has got some voodoo to it. Have you seen them live, Richie?
I've never seen them live, no. I did have I listened to it all the time though. From like 03, Susan Tedeschi from Austin City Limits. That's like one of my favorite like live recordings of her, like of all time.
Yeah.
Because she opens with a Sly and the Family Stone cover, and I was like, oh hell yeah! Like here's this little white girl from Mass doing Sly and the Family Stone. Oh, she's awesome.
So I'll send you my favorite Midnight in Harlem.
Ooh, perfect.
All right, Midnight is one of those like sacred songs in the canon.
Mm-hmm.
Like that to me is, you know how people say there's like voodoo about like Hotel California, or something like that. Like it's that kind of, when the band plays Midnight in Harlem, like it's sort of like a big deal. Kind of
awesome.
You know, it's like when they do I mean, anytime they play an Allman Brothers song, it's, you know, everybody's like, holy shit.
Exactly.
Even though they do it so much, it's still like Derek Trucks playing Allman Brothers music. That's like that's what a lot of people want to hear. At least the casual fans want to hear that.
Exactly. I would probably want to hear that. Like I'd probably want to hear a Whip and Post.
They played that my first show.
Oh, that's awesome.
I snuck in. I love this story. I was volunteering 3 years ago at the Orpheum, and the first set I was working for Head Count, which is a voter registration organization. We volunteer at concerts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was doing that, registering voters, the first set of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But during the second set, I convinced the usher that like I needed to be in the room, you know, like in the room. And he let me sneak in, and I stood behind, like up in the Orpheum in the back of like the lower level. I stood in the back by a water pipe. I put my stuff down, and the second set opens with Statesboro Blues.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they finished it with Whipping Post.
Oh, man. How long did that go for? How long was that version?
Oh, the set was maybe about an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. And I bet that Whipping Post was like the last half hour.
Well, something like that. And then they finished with the Sly medley, which is I Want to Take You Higher, and the other song that's escaping me at the moment.
Is it Dance to the Music?
No, keep going.
Is it the one that Susan did? You Can Make It If You Try Now.
No.
Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself.
Negative. It's I Want to Take You Higher. Come on, people. Sing a simple song. Sing a simple song.
Yep, exactly.
I had it. It was right there. I've seen it so many times. Because everybody I know, like all my TTV fans, like not fans, family, my TTV family is going to be listening to this. So I have to get it all right.
Oh, perfect.
So everybody who's going to listen to this, like, forgive me for having a brain fart.
And now, is it true that like TTV, they really go in like without kind of like a set? Like it's just a different show every night.
No, they have a set list.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. So I'm sorry, I just have to text somebody back. I apologize. You can edit that. You can edit this part out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a set list. They have a set list. So they it's mapped out, but it does change night to night. It changed. There are rarities, there are songs they haven't played in 20 years. There are songs that everybody wants to hear that they've never played. It is sort of like a Grateful Dead kind of feeling when it comes to the set list. Like, oh, what was it? Oh man, you weren't here for Friday night, man. They played such an amazing Keep on Growing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it was like, oh, that version was so much different from the next night's version.
Right. It's like, dude, you missed that show. Where were you? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Through work.
Exactly.
Never miss a Sunday show though. Like, the thing about TTB is that if you do a 3-night run, you have to be at the last night. The last show is always the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, always.
So the set list does vary night to night. And they balance it too between covers and originals.
Oh, perfect.
Because the covers help to inform where their music comes from.
Oh, yep. Especially even with the Dead too. They called the Dead like the world's best cover band. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like, I can't listen to the Grateful Dead and not think about like Bob Dylan and Marty Robbins and like
and Merle Haggard and
or any like Mama Tried to me is a Grateful Dead song, but it's a Merle Haggard song to all the country folks.
All right, I first heard El Paso
as a Grateful Dead song.
As a Grateful Dead song, I first heard
like, oh, it's Marty Robbins.
Yeah, Mama Tried and I'm trying to think of what else. Like Little Red Rooster, Wang Dang Doodle, like all those are like the first times like I've ever heard it, because like I personally also really love the Stones version of Little Red Rooster. Which
did you hear them do that with
was that with Muddy Waters?
Yes, thank you.
I love those videos. I watch them all the time.
So good, right?
When they do Manish Boy.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun.
It's so good, right?
He's sitting there on his stool, and then Mick Jagger's like,
I know, right? And he's like rocking out. It's the best. So I've seen Tedeschi Trucks play more times than I care to admit. Because if I like tell you how many times, like, I'm gonna cry from the amount of money that I've spent.
Oh man.
Trying to be on tour with them. However,
what's like a ballpark number?
Huh?
What's like a ballpark number for how many times?
I think I'm somewhere around 15 at this point.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is not a lot compared to some other friends of mine who've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows. Like, I don't hold a candle to some of my other friends. However, I've been very, very fortunate to see them that many times, and like there are nights where Derek just goes off.
Yeah.
Like off. And it is. I mean, it's as magical as you think it would be. You know.
Yeah. So my dad first saw Derek a while ago, I think, or like right when he first started, because for Christmas a couple years ago he got me like a CD, and he's like, I saw him when this CD came out, and it was was it when he just did, I think it was just called like the Derek Trucks Band, and it starts with his Sarad intro and everything and all that cool stuff. He's like, I saw him when that happened, and I was like, oh shit. But fun fact, my dad's first concert was the Allman Brothers Band.
Really?
So he's steeped in it. Yeah, in '74 he was 13, and he lied to his parents. It's a hell of a story. He had to lie to his parents and tell his parents that he was sleeping over at his friend's house, but he was actually going out with going with his friend's older sister, who was like 16 at the time, and took him to Allman Brothers Band. And my dad's like, I heard Whipping Post, and they did a timpani solo, and I was like, oh man.
That's really cool though. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of did that when I went to see the Brothers in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of did that. Like the show was in the middle of the week, and this is before like the Corones really took hold.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told my parents I was going on a business trip.
Yep.
It was in the middle of the week. The hangover that I came back with, you guys.
Yeah. Struggle is real.
Brutal.
Light.
Oh man, beyond that. Like it was. I got back to the apartment. I was staying at a friend's place with my buddy Josh. We got back to the apartment at 4 a.m.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was fun though. Worth every minute.
That's what matters.
Worth every minute.
That's exactly what matters, Alex. Just having fun, being in the moment.
Just having fun. Speaking of having fun, remember it was fun going to concerts.
I know.
Anyone remember that?
Listen, if Tito's wasn't like one of my best friends, I probably would remember more. But
Yeah. So like, how do you think this is gonna like?
How long do you think it'll last?
How long is this gonna shake things up for a while? Because like, I know people are gonna say that like shows aren't coming back for like a while.
So I don't see live music coming back in full swing for at least another year.
Yeah.
People will not, at least the people that I know, people are not gonna go out. People are not gonna go until there's a vaccine or some kind of a treatment. And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? People are not going to do that. So I don't see tours really coming back into gear until at the very least the fall.
Oh yeah.
And I see limited capacities at venues for a while. This drive-in method, perhaps.
Oh yeah, I would see that.
One thing I wanna really see what happens is, especially with album releases and music releases, because a lot of these newer acts, they have a tour that coincides with the release of an album.
Yes.
So are we going to see more new music releases this year if they can't tour for that album?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, it's so much different now, like the way that the music business functions and the way that musicians make money. I think I'm a huge fan. I really don't know. I mean, the answer to that question, I have absolutely no idea. I feel like musicians are going to release music no matter what, in the hopes that people will want to listen to it. Streaming numbers and things like that do matter. My feeling is you're going to see a lot of independent artists really pushing for Bandcamp to become a primary source of income.
Yeah.
So anybody, I don't know how big your audience is, but anybody listening right now, please, the first Friday of the next 2 months, Bandcamp is waiving all service fees. So you should be buying music from Bandcamp from local artists. It's going directly to them. So please go do that. And even still, you should be buying music from Bandcamp.
Exactly, because that goes to, it helps more of the artist itself or themselves versus a streaming service or Apple Music. Especially with all that. I'm going to try my best to even still try to get out and maybe find physical copies of music.
Dude,
the tangible.
Order it if you can. Amazon, CDs, vinyl, cassettes. I mean, buying merch even helps. A lot of local bands are selling T-shirts and stuff online via Bandcamp.
I just supported Millington with getting some merch delivered. So and they just replied to me on Twitter because I said a really bad thing on their tweet because they started with something and then the actual official account said, "I'm pooping in your merch now."
So, I saw that.
But he's a great guy and it's all funny.
What did you get from them, Richie?
I got a beanie and I got the Millington Instant Vibe shirt where it looks like the ramen logo, and then I got their beanie because I'm a little hardcore kid. I'm a little ska wannabe.
Ska's dead. Everybody knows it.
Oh no.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
No, it ain't. We're gonna see the rise of sea shanties.
I know, right? Fucking start jamming on the boss tones or some shit.
Those beanies that they just put are super.
Those were the days, weren't they?
Amen.
Real
big fish.
Ugh. Oh no. No.
Me first.
We were talking about Tedeschi Trucks Band. We were having such a great conversation about awesome music.
Oh damn.
Me first and the Gimme Gimmies. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's horrible.
That might be a band that you told me about.
Yeah, it's
I think you might have been the one who
Like fucking like
informed me.
this reminds me of like I used to hang around like Mass Art for a while at one point, and like all it was fucking like run for cover records everything.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I like Tiger's Jaw.
Yeah.
Mom Jeans is a big one. Real Friends, Basement. You know, it works.
My entire past persona.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolled up in one sentence.
Yeah, right. Run for cover records, everything.
Oh.
I've been listening to this band, Superorganism.
Oh, I've heard of
I
them.
love their sound. Yeah, the lead singer puts on this sort of just like aloof kind of style when she sings, and it's really cool because she's just this tiny, shy woman, and everybody else like they play water in the band. Like
really?
they do like basically like live Foley as they play, and like they blow bubbles into water and like glasses and like make sound. But also I've been listening to again is a band from the 70s called Gong, which
Gong. That sounds familiar to me.
Gong is a progressive rock band, and they would only record on summer solstices under a full moon in a mountain in Spain while tripping on LSD. And my dad got to babysit for one of the people in that band.
Yeah.
But they released a trilogy of albums called the Radio Gnome Invisible Trilogy, and it follows this hero named Zero and his adventures with the Pothead Pixies and
That's fucking awesome.
a witch and everything, and it all culminates in the final song, "You Never Blow Your Trip Forever," which is crazy, and it's just all one of the women in the band. Her name is Shakti Yanni, and her instrument is called the Space Whisper.
That's awesome.
And throughout her music, you'll just hear, and it'll just happen like throughout. I'm like, holy shit, this is the best. And yeah, I have the record right here. Let me grab it.
This is Gong, you said?
Gong, yep. I have their second album over here on vinyl, and the second album is called Camembert Electric.
Amazing.
And blow off some of the dust here. But yeah, so from the planet Gong, and so that's like their album cover.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And on the back, the band in 1971, where Shakti Yanni, Space Whisper. That's what she's credited as her instrument. And
that's amazing.
The songs that they have, "You Can't Kill Me," "I'm Your Animal," "Squeezing Sponges Over Policemen's Heads," "Bohat Digs Holes in Space," "Tropical Fish," "Celine," "Gnome the Second." Like it's all, yeah.
That's quite incredible.
Awesome.
I looked up their Wikipedia page just now, and it seems pretty meaty, so we could definitely go.
Yeah.
Look that up.
They would dress as gnomes on stage, and and the lead singer, what was his name?
I'm gonna check that out later. Sorry, I'm like typing on my phone. I'm just like taking notes.
Oh, Bert Camembert is what he's listed on the album.
There's a record like that called. It's got like weird shit. So I don't know why the first thing that came to mind was like Trout Mask Replica.
Yes.
Deep Park.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like that really fucking whacked out shit.
Yeah. Looking at some other records I found over here. We're just gonna talk about records now on the stream.
Hey. Fine. Ooh, I love that album.
Toys in the Attic.
Yes.
By Aerosmith. This is a fun one that my dad had in the 80s. It's called New Wave, but spelled No Wave, a musical dip into the ocean of contemporary sounds. And it's got the Stranglers, the Secret, the Dickies, the Police, Joe Jackson, UK Squeeze, and this is the cover, and it is the best album cover I think I've ever seen.
That's the most amazing cover I've ever seen in my life.
And my favorite part is that...
You're going over records? I'm going to get some records too.
Perfect. And my favorite is, this is the color of the record. It's
you showed me that.
Pressed on like translucent blue, yeah, from like the 80s. This one was this was 78. This album came out.
That's
crazy.
So I'm pulling records right now. I'm actually, you know what? Let me just get my computer over there.
Oh, perfect.
And we'll do it this way. All right.
I got
This is this episode now.
I got some Bob Marley Kanye.
Grateful Dead. We're talking about vinyl, motherfucker.
I let's read my list of records in a very monotone voice as I don't have them.
Oh yeah.
So we've got the CLD 10-inch.
Oh, perfect.
On Check This Vinyl Out.
Oh man. Oh,
Clear
that is awesome.
green splatter, limited edition. Amazing. Oof. And then I've got, this is one of my favorites. This is One of 420, Dope Smoker by Sleep on blue. It's a double LP on orange and blue.
Oh, that's amazing.
I like
Marbled, dude, insane.
Most of these records come from my dad.
Album too.
I know.
Yeah.
This
Most
one too. Sleep, The Holy Mountain on purple.
Ooh. I remember when I tried to show Weber the movie Holy Mountain in college, and
I have the DVD.
Me too. I have it on Blu-ray.
Yes, me too.
And I watched it. It's so good.
We just hit a point where I was like, Richie, I can't do this right now.
You have to. I hope my parents don't listen to this, but I have to be a little. You have to kind of be a little stoned to watch it.
Yeah, you have to be traveling somewhere.
Yeah. It's sort of. It's like it's one of those movies like when you get high for the first time in high school and you watch like The Wizard of Oz or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you need to be. What's that?
Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going.
Amazing.
Solo album. This is when he does You Can't Hurry Love.
Oh.
Version of that.
So Uncle Acid, this is one of my favorite album covers of all time.
Oh, I love that.
Right? Uncle Acid, The Dead Beats, The Night Creeper is one of the best records of the 2010s. Hot take.
I gotta check it out.
Okay. There's a song on here called Downtown. That's amazing.
Downtown.
The song Melody. No, I'm sorry. So the song Melody Lane sounds as if like the Beatles and Black Sabbath like had a baby.
Oh shit.
Would be this record. And look at so it's clear vinyl. It's 2 LPs, clear with blood.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean,
what was the one that you said sounded like Sabbath, the Beatles, Melody Lane?
The whole album really is sort of like that, but the specific song is Melody Lane.
Alright, I just saved that. I'm definitely gonna check that out.
And then you've got all the TTV vinyl.
Oh, perfect. I pulled out Eric Clapton's Slow Hand.
Yes.
This is a great record.
Well.
So this is a record that somebody was listening to today. Shout out to Helene. This is Let Me Get By. If you're trying to look for a Tedeschi Trucks Band record to listen to, this is probably one of my favorites. So Alex, Mr. I've never listened to Tedeschi, go listen to this record.
All right, I'll take
the song. You should go listen to that song, Let Me Get By, and then you should listen to the Swamp Raga, which is side C, but that's like track 7 or whatever on Spotify. Perfect. And it was engineered by Jim Scott, who made all those Tom Petty records.
Oh.
Right? So it sounds unbelievable.
I just pulled out Stevie Wonder Inner Visions.
Nice.
This is a great one because you got Higher Ground on it, Visions, Living for the City, Golden Lady on there. Oh,
here's
man.
what we were talking about earlier. Led Zeppelin. Toi. Right?
One of the only.
See, I always have John Paul Jones looking like fly as hell right there.
It's like one of 2 Zeppelin albums that I just don't have on vinyl.
Oh, I'm like trying to complete my collection. So I've got 3, 4, 2, and then I've got Physical Graffiti, and that's it. But look at how cool it is, though.
Yeah, my Physical Graffiti copy is like old and really beat up.
They're so good. What's like the weirdest record you have?
Oh, jeez. I got some.
I know mine already. I have mine already.
Let me pull up the list because I have it categorized.
Wait, say it again?
I have a list that has all my records like.
This is the weirdest one I have. Have you heard this, Richie? I feel like I've talked to you about this.
Oh God, no. What is that?
Tarkus. Check out this gatefold. Look at that.
Oh, I love that. That is amazing.
It's about a prehistoric anthropomorphized armadillo out to destroy the world. It's called Tarkus. The first side of this record is a 7-part suite. called
That's amazing.
Go listen to this.
Yeah, I got nothing that.
I got nothing that comes close to that.
And then we have. Okay, here's some Grateful Deadness now. We're gonna talk about the Dead.
Perfect. All my Grateful Dead ones are downstairs, so I'll have to go through it. Oh, you got Europe 72 on vinyl. Oh, you got Europe 72 on vinyl. Oh, I'm having a panic attack. Oh man, this is one of my favorite live albums of all time.
You went into like anaphylactic shock there.
I did. Hives break out.
So,
I got you on the EpiPen, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, you
got
do.
you, baby. I got you.
Okay, so I actually have 2 copies of this record.
Mhm.
One was supposed to be for my now ex-boyfriend of like 5 years ago, and I still have it.
Mhm.
But I have 2 copies of this album. If you are not a Deadhead yet, anybody listening to this show, and you want a Grateful Dead album to like indoctrinate you,
Yes.
listen to Europe 72.
I have the original Jesus Christ
I have
Superstar
that too.
with
Fun.
Ian Gillan. Yep. Playing Jesus.
This is an album that changed my life.
Eat a Peach. I got Eat a Peach. Oh man,
Look at this.
having Mountain Jam. Oh, you have it on gatefold. Oh my god, I don't even have it on gatefold. I have it on like the thicker.
Oh.
Here's a fun one. Here's a newer acquisition. It is a repressing of an old record, Chilling Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House, on Disneyland Records. And if you're also a fan of Fish, Fish on one of their Halloween shows, their whole second set.
Oh, they played that?
Basically, yeah. So they actually went track by track of side 1 and made tracks about each thing. Oh, is that live from the Fillmore East? I have that on CD. That is one of the best live albums ever recorded.
Look at this road crew, right? Do you see these roadies?
That's amazing.
Do not fuck with these guys.
Looks like 2 are on acid, 1 is on cocaine.
Well, they're all drinking PBR, which I think is hilarious. So anytime I go to a bar, that's like PBR is the best option, I always justify it based on the back of this album cover.
Amen.
So I'm like, if it's good enough for the Allman Brothers, it's good enough for me. If it's good enough for Red Dog, it's good enough for me.
Here's one of my favorite live albums, Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus.
I have that.
So good. When they do Dixie Chicken and Detroit Face Boogie, that is such a jam.
Look at that.
So good.
But
Double OP or Twins. Another one of my favorites.
This is a pretty good one too.
Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers Live.
Nice.
Jonathan Richman, he basically was famous by doing kids songs, but for adults. So he did a song called "I'm a Little Airplane," "Hey There Little Insect," "My Little Kuchenhaken." Like it's kids songs, but it's for adults, which is great.
Have you heard this? Allman Brothers at A&R Studios.
I have not heard that one. I know of it, but I haven't heard it.
You should check this one out. This has a really great version of "You Don't Love Me" in the Soul Serenade.
Ooh, I love that.
They didn't always play, but they played it on this particular day because they played this. This set was just after King Curtis passed away.
Oh wow! Mm-hmm.
They played Soul Serenade in his honor.
A newer artist that I actually thoroughly enjoy, Billie Eilish. When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
You down with that?
Oh yeah, I feel like so. Lately, she is one of the most genuine newer artists that's on the scene, especially now in popular music, I should say.
I can't get behind her. I don't know why.
Here's a fun one. Early British punk, the Psychedelic Furs.
I love that.
Talk, Talk, Talk. They wrote Pretty in Pink, which was used in the movie. Great song on here is So Run Down, and Dumb Waiters is a fun one on here.
That's cool. This is another album that this is required listening. When you're born, you should be given a copy of Paranoid.
Oh, amazing.
Right? Like, I have the tattoo for a reason. Although the tattoo matches this record, which is the Masters of Reality.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. But it's always good when your tattoos match your vinyl. But, like, look at this. Like, that.
That's awesome.
Right? I mean, Ozzy with the cross and the belt buckle and the... I mean, that's... And then, so this is also on 180 grams blue.
Ooh, I love that.
And then I've got volume 4. I have like the quadrant of Sabbath albums that I actually really like.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Sabbath fan, but I don't like the later stuff at all. I think it get way too power metal-y. I like it when it sounds like they've just been smoking weed all day.
Yeah, I don't like the later Sabbath stuff.
You don't like what?
Like the later Sabbath stuff?
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I'm not too crazy.
On orange.
I love that, the color of that vinyl.
Right? How sick is that?
Here's a fun one.
Fucking incredible, too.
Here's Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Pictures at an Exhibition.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a great album.
I have another ELP record. This is Trilogy.
Yes, another great one. Here's a fun one. The Mothers of Invention.
Oh, yeah,
Frank Zappa. The album Overnight Sensation is a great one.
I don't have any Frank on vinyl.
I have this, and I have a single. It's downstairs of Frank Zappa doing "I'm the Slime in Montana," a 45 single, and it's on like a slime green speckled vinyl, which is pretty fun.
Ooh.
That's dope. You want this? So this is something I found. So I'm gonna pull two records that I have that are really quite special to me. This is one of them. The other one.
I love this episode. We just got into vinyl. It's awesome.
I know. We started off being like, yeah, we're going to talk like Tedeschi trucks, this, and this. I maybe told two stories, and now we're having the most fun ever.
Yeah.
Talking about vinyl, which is exactly how it should be, I think.
Amen.
Okay. So these are two albums that are incredibly special to me. The first one, this is an album called Growers of Mushroom by Leafhound. You cannot find this vinyl in mint condition anywhere. You just can't do it because it wasn't mass produced. This album came out in a period of time where bands who were sort of following in the footsteps of like a Black Sabbath or a Led Zeppelin or a Pentagram, even, who was sort of on the second tier of great 70s rock bands, could make music and tour successfully, but weren't really getting the recognition that they deserved. We don't have stoner rock in this country or in the world, really, if it wasn't for Leafhound. We don't have it at all. And probably specifically because of this record. There's a song on here called Sad Road to the Sea that is absolutely unbelievable. So the singer in this band is a guy called Peter French, who was in another band called Atomic Rooster that was sort of like one of the earlier prog bands.
Ooh.
This record I found at the Great Deep Thoughts in Jamaica Plain.
Ooh.
You been there?
I've never heard of that. No.
It's a psychedelic record store. You should go there.
Ooh.
It's so good.
Alex, when this is over, we're taking a trip.
Dude, the owners are huge Deadheads, so you should go. And so this album I found there for like less than $20.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I was shaking. I was so excited.
Here's a fun one. Lou Reed, Wild Child.
Look at that photo of him, huh?
Oh, man.
He was the coolest. So this is the other one. So this is Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland.
Hell yeah.
With the original album cover. Are you experienced? Actually, excuse me. This is
awesome
Are You Experienced? Cover. So this, and also, by the way, I believe this is in mono.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
So it's also like, it's in mono. I also have Electric Ladyland with the alternative artwork, which is, everybody's got that.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Or
Here's
at least
a fun one.
Should have that.
Rick Wakeman's The Six Wives of Henry VIII.
I fucking love Rick Wakeman.
Yep. My favorite is, so each track is named after a wife of Henry VIII. So like Catherine of Aragon, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard. My favorite one is, there's only one track that's actually like a different name. It's Anne Boleyn, quote, "The day thou gavest Lord hath ended."
Amazing.
I was like, oh man, Rick Wakeman.
I'm gonna pull some records now, just for funsies.
Weber, tell us about some of the records in your collection, because I know you probably have your list up right now.
I did. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff from my parents. So a lot of Hellboy, Rolling Stones. You got some Beatles stuff that I've acquired. I have original Meet the Beatles from when it came out in the 60s. That's always fun. Yeah, got a decent amount of Tame Impala. A lot of Led Zeppelin.
Nice.
I love that.
Clapton, The Who, decent amount of Rush.
I need more Who vinyl. So this is an album that I pulled. Are you familiar with this series, you guys?
Hold on.
Was it Bear's Sonic Journals?
Yeah.
I've never
I
heard
believe
of
so.
that, but I do know Big Brother of the Holding Company and Janice.
This is her first show that she played with them.
Oh shit!
And
Hell yeah!
Owsley mixed it, and it's got all the notes and and there's the picture, right? 2 LPs. This is one of the greatest live albums I own.
Oh man!
And then I pulled 2 records just because I thought it was fun. So this is what happens when you buy vinyl. So I bought Point of No Return by Kansas.
Yep. Oh, where is my other? I just had a kid.
For no other reason other than it has Dust in the Wind on it.
Yep, same that I have the. I ended up getting the Best of Kansas.
Because it got Wayward Son.
Yeah, I ended up getting the Best of Kansas. So it has like Carry On Wayward Son, Dust in the Wind, Point of No Return, Hold On.
Yeah, that's some good ones on it. And then the other one that is Asia. Because
hell yeah.
Because it has Heat of the Moment. I just wanted to hear Heat of the Moment. So and the same thing I bought Minute by Minute by the Doobie Brothers, What a Fool Believes.
Oh, hell yeah. Here's some fun ones that I have. B-52's first and second albums.
That's awesome.
They were my first concert, the B-52s. My parents took me to go see them at the Cape Cod Melody Tent when I was for my 11th birthday.
Cape Cod Melody Tent.
Yeah. Here's a fun one too. Talking Heads Remain in Light.
That's such a great record.
Such an amazing one. Not my favorite Talking Heads record though. My favorite is Little Creatures. That's my favorite Talking Heads record. And here's one you'll enjoy. Old in the Way.
What's that?
So this is a band of Jerry Garcia on banjo and vocal, David Grisman on mandolin.
Oh, sick.
They do Pig in a Pen, Knocking on Your Door, Panama Red. They do an amazing version of Wild Horses.
That's so dope.
Which is awesome. It's one of my favorite bluegrass albums. But this is like in really good condition for
that's super cool.
Being old.
I'm gonna do a little bit of shameless promotion for my friend. Is that okay?
Go for it.
Do it.
All right. So my friend Linda Wolfe, just released a book about. So I'm gonna talk about a couple of things actually because I have. And by the way, you should release the video for this. By the way.
Oh yeah, we definitely are.
Okay. So these are 2 Joe Cocker albums. I know.
I love Joe Cocker.
So my friend Linda Wolfe was the photographer for this tour, the Mad Dogs and Englishmen tour.
Awesome.
Right? So I'm gonna go get it. She released this book, this photo book. It's called Tribute, Cocker Power.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's out now, so you go get it. All right. And in it is a whole bunch of pictures from this tour. This is my 3rd copy of this record. I bought my first copy in high school, and I played it to fucking smithereens. Because how can you not? You know, like Leon Russell doing, Space Captain and like The Letter and Delta Lady. Like, are you kidding? So I've got that. This is one of the greatest live albums I have ever heard. That ever existed, like, ever, I think.
Ooh.
But she released this book in honor of the 50 years. I mean, look at this. This is Joe and Rita Coolidge.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Like, how cool is that?
Joe looks in that picture, he looks like he's going to be in Jesus Christ Superstar. I love it.
I have to show you pictures, too. So, you know that in 2015, they did the Tedeschi Trucks Band did the tribute at Lawson. Okay. I want to show you some of these photos. So,
while you look those up, I pulled a couple of other records. The Tom Tom Club, their only album, Wordy Rapping Hood and Genius of Love, which is like awesome. And then one of my favorite bluegrass and country records, Arlo Guthrie doing Alice's Restaurant. Massacre.
There's the homie right there. Tim LaFave, Alicia Shakur, Kevin Williams.
Right that's awesome.
And then okay, so I'm trying to find pictures of the show. So you guys what else is in everybody's collection? I'm loving this right now.
Ooh, Weber, you talk a little bit because I'm gonna go grab some more of my records from downstairs and bring them up.
Literally every time that I close it, that's when you tell me to
But
talk.
before you go, look at this picture of Leon.
Oh, Leon Russell. Oh,
He looks like God.
I want to be his best friend. He looks
like God in this picture.
Looks like I would say he looks like the devil that would meet people at the crossroads.
Yes, I know.
Right. All right. I'll be right back to bring us some records. Weber, talk about records.
Sure. Yeah. So I think my total is like 226 like physical albums. God, it's all over the place. I have them all like categorized in a certain way.
Are you looking at a list?
Yeah, I literally have it like in a list.
That is so funny.
So yeah, a lot of Beatles, some Dylan. As I said,
Dylan? Did you say Dylan? Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
What kind of Dylan? You can't just say Dylan. It's got to be like, you know.
Let's see. I have this one, greatest hits. I know I have another one somewhere. I'll have to try to find it.
That's my favorite picture. Derek and Kofi in the moment.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pure, right?
That was like a really cool photography book as well.
It's like, that's the greatest.
Yeah, so
I'm going to say that when Richie comes back. I got to show him that.
Shitload of Stones from my mom, which is pretty cool. Some Simon and Garfunkel, Tom Petty.
Dude, I
a
love
lot of Led Zeppelin.
I love it so much. But that's like my favorite picture in the whole book. And then we've got, you got your back. Look at this picture of Derek and Kofi. Look at that. I'm holding it. I'm going to hold this up until you get over here.
Richie. Oh my God.
Dude.
Incredible.
I know. This is how you get to know people, like when you do this, you know? This is how you like actually get to know people.
Just preparing like a spread of something right now.
I know. He's making like we should do like a David Attenborough, like what's he doing thing.
Oh, yep. There he goes back to sorting again.
It's fucking amazing.
The best part is that I don't think he's gonna know that we're doing this.
I love it. Wait, Richie, you just gotta take a look at this photo, though.
I don't think he can hear us. Oh my God.
Dude, this is like the best way to end a Monday, for sure.
I know, right? I keep forgetting that it is a Monday, but...
I know. I had to take an exam today.
Ew.
Yeah,
he's making particular choices over there. Look at him. He's picking specific things.
He's working it out. I cannot imagine doing school stuff right now. It would blow my mind.
That is so funny. Yeah, he's making particular choices. Are you getting all the Dead records, man? Or he's not on the headphones. He can't hear us.
He can't hear us at all, I think.
Dude.
Us talking.
What's your favorite Bob Dylan record in the meantime?
Oh, shit. Let me pull up a list. I go through these phases.
I've been in like basement tapes world for a while right now.
I go through phases where I just like don't listen to a lot of music, and then we'll just jump into listening to a lot of music. So like I'm sort of on the tail end of not listening to a lot of music. But I do fuck with Dylan. Let's see. Yeah, Freewheelin', Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. Fucking kill
I'm gonna hold the photo up again.
Oh.
Check out.
There he is.
All right, look at this photo of Kofi and Derek. Mad Dog and Englishman. Okay, I mean, come on.
All right, so I pulled some records for my...
So that's tribute. So if anybody listening right now, like in all seriousness, go get Linda Wolfe's book Tribute and like dive back into Mad Dogs and Englishman world for a while. And if you don't want to do that, go out and instead listen to this, which is the Joe Cocker record, which on it has She Came Into the Bathroom Window, Hello Little Friend, Darling Be Home Soon, Something, That's Your Business, produced by Leon Russell, with Chris Staten and the Grease Band, and Leon Russell, and Bruce Rollins, and Alan Spencer. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than this.
Richie, what do you got for us?
From my collection, here's a Third Man Records release single of Jack White doing Lazaretto and Power My Love from the Lazaretto album.
That's the Jack White thing you said.
Huh?
It's very Jack White.
Yeah. Here's a single of I'm the Slime in Montana from Frank Zappa, but it's on Slime Green 45, which is fun.
That's like iridescent. That's cool.
Here's a single.
This is the best one
that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Jimi Hendrix doing Fire and Foxy Lady over from the Miami Pop Festival.
I have a weird 7-inch, something like that somewhere.
Here's my favorite one, though. This is a recreation of the Japanese release of Light My Fire and the Crystal Ship from The Doors, so it's like all in Japanese.
Dope.
And the whole back is in Japanese. And I'm going to hold it up real close, but there's one word in this. So this whole section here is just all Japanese. There's only one English word in there, and it says love.
Yeah,
it says love in capital letters.
So here's one. I'm going to interrupt you for a hot second for this. So this is the Concert for Bangladesh box set.
Oh, George Harrison.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So I found this in my grandparents' basement one day.
Holy shit.
All right. And it's got, so box sets back in the day, they used to come in like a box.
A box, oh yeah.
So it's a box. You open up the box, and it's got a book, like a book, okay, of pictures. Now, so this is Ravi.
Ravi Shankar. Oh man, Ravi Shankar.
All right. It gets better. So it's got all of the information about the concert, and then this is Ravi and like Ali Akbar Khan. Right?
That's amazing.
I mean, chills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got photos of Bangladesh at the time, Wah Wah, and then My Sweet Lord. There's Eric.
Oh man, oh that's awesome.
I mean, come on.
Have you ever seen, it was called the Rutland Weekend Special, and it was, and the end finale of it was George Harrison. He was going to come out and do My Sweet Lord, but so the whole band starts, and it's with Neil Innes, who's in the band, who did a lot of stuff with Python, and Eric Idle was part of it, and they do the whole intro, and right as George Harrison's about to sing My Sweet Lord, he goes, I want to be a pirate's life for me. Awesome. And he sings a pirate song. Which is amazing.
Look at Leon.
Ooh, that hair.
Right? So it's got the booklet, and then it's the 3 LPs. So it's 1, 2, 3. See, like that. All on this black vinyl, and they sound amazing. But this is a really, 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 really special album.
Here's a fun compilation record. Yeah, it's a really fun compilation record called "Smiling on a Cloudy Day," and it's a Grateful Dead record, and they released it a couple years ago to help celebrate like the 50th anniversary and everything.
I have the digital version.
And I have it on purple, I believe it's translucent vinyl. So it's on like a full purple.
How does it sound?
Oh, it sounds great. I am in the process of getting myself a new turntable.
Yeah,
because I had a really crappy one, and I'm looking to up my quality.
I feel that. What's another like super special one I have?
Here's a great newer pressing that I have. It's Allen Ginsberg reading Kaddish.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's him reciting Kaddish, and I believe. There's a whole thing in there.
Records. Do you know what this is?
Is that the White Album?
In mono. Hand numbered.
Oh, man.
Okay.
What's fun about this Kaddish is that this is the record that it's...
Ooh.
pressed on. It's like this really cool, like surreal, like cloudy sky.
Yeah, I dig that.
But this is like the holy grail of mono records.
Yeah.
Listening to this on mono, well, there's only one other album that I can think that could come close, and it's this one.
Oh.
It's that's how you know you're talking to like real music people when you break out pet sounds and they go, oh.
Do you watch Portlandia?
I was just thinking the same thing.
No. I've seen sketches, but I've never seen like a.
They do a sketch where Fred Armisen plays like this guy, and he built like his home studio, and he invites his friend over, and it's just little clips of him going, "Yeah, it's the same stuff they use on Pet Sounds." Yeah, it's all the same stuff.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Here's a fun one that I have.
This is also like when you're born as a human being, you have to listen to this album.
Yes, God Only Knows is one of the best songs ever written ever.
Sad.
Mhm.
That sounds so sad.
Here's one that's cool. This one's called Historic Dead, The Grateful Dead. I found this in Boston at a record store, and it's all live stuff. And it's only 4 songs. They do Good Morning Little Schoolgirl, Lindy Bird on side 1. And side 2 is Stealin' and the Same Thing. So like live cuts that like
you
were
would
somehow
never
like
hear those ever again. Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I only have 2 other Dead albums on vinyl. And they're Working Man's Dead and American Beauty.
Yep. Alex Weber. This one was gifted to me by David Cox. I don't know if you remember David Cox.
I never had David Cox.
He gave me this record, and he thought like, oh, I saw the cover, and I thought it would be cool to give you.
Oh.
It's called Esso, Steel Band of Bermuda, and it's just a bunch of guys on the beach, and it's just a steel. It's a steel drum band, and they do like Send in the Clowns, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, The Entertainer, and it's all on stage.
Send in the Clowns.
That's awesome.
Revolver on mono.
Ooh, I have a newer pressing of Revolver on mono.
This is fun.
I don't have Revolver, unfortunately.
This is so much fun. Long play, 33 1/3 RPM. Such an amazing record.
I'm into like indie artists like this band, Fleet Foxes. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but I think they're pretty indie.
That shit grinds my gears so much, man.
I really like. I enjoy Fleet Foxes a lot, actually. They have some really cool sound.
Band, like the only thing that I have that could come close would be this. Depeche Mode.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Violator. This has Enjoy the Silence on it. This has Personal Jesus on it.
Ooh, okay.
This is the big one.
Yeah.
This record here was gifted to me by Logan McCarthy, who was one of the best people you will ever meet, and I really hope that everyone gets a chance to meet this man. This is a recording. This is the original broadcast of Orson Welles reciting War of the Worlds. This is a recording of the original broadcast, which incited riots in people because people actually thought the world was ending over the radio.
This is a cool one. This is a Doors produced by Paul Rothchild.
Ooh, okay.
I think this actually came out. I was wondering whether or not this is a bootleg, but apparently this was like actually a thing. So there's that. Here's
one of my favorite records of all time. Music from Big Pink.
Oh.
By the band.
Okay. I thought I had a band record.
This is a newer pressing of it, but
doesn't matter. It's the band. I love the band. What's your favorite band song?
Oof.
Gotta have one.
I really love their version of I Shall Be Released.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I need a vinyl copy of The Last Waltz. That's what I need.
See, I like, right now, It's Lovin' You Is Sweeter Than Ever.
Yep.
Because Tedeschi Trucks does that song all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, about that.
This one, they do an amazing version of The Long Black Veil.
Ooh.
Which is amazing. I love the band. They're just awesome. Leave on Helm is a god.
Man, that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. How about we take this podcast, we put it out back, and we send it to the great record player in the sky?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Amen, man.
Dude,
Amen. I hope we got good speakers up there.
Yeah, well, they better.
They probably have Macintosh speakers up there.
Jerry Garcia took the wall of sound up there, so.
Jesus is an audio file.
Weber knows all about the wall of sound now, right?
Fuck yeah, dude. I knew about the bar even got him the Grateful Dead. Like, I was like, alright, they're
fuck yeah, dude.
They're cool
for
fun.
that.
Can't even know walls down, man. Of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
Weber, do you want to say? I want to thank Hannah for joining us today.
Yeah, no,
it
we
was
love
really
having guests
fun.
on.
It's always fun to like just shoot the shit with someone else.
Dude,
Exactly.
for sure. And anytime
all-
you guys like want to do this again, I'm totally down. This was mad fun.
I wish
I
I
wish I
had
had
my
my record collection with me, but
Yeah.
I could
like,
have
when
reviewed
you
my
update collections like next year. We'll do this again.
I
Mhm.
could have reviewed my plates.
Yeah, no, this is like
This is
Porcelain
Porcelain
73.
73.
Their
Their sound that year was just like incredible.
Yeah. Once Dark Star comes back around, we'll all go see Dark Star.
Yeah,
about that? All right.
dude, I'm down. Like, I'm
All
so
right.
down for real.
Bet for that. Thank you again, Hannah Wolfe, for
My
hanging out
pleasure.
with us.
Yes,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
everyone for hanging out and listening with us. I'm getting tired, so let's all take it out. Let's take this podcast out back and just tuck it in under a thin layer of dirt.
Let's tuck it in the dirt.
Kiss it on the forehead because why not? Thanks everyone. Stay cool, stay sane, and as always, stay socially.